Hello guys, good afternoon, good morning, anywhere you're hearing me from. Uh, I'm doing this particular training or teaching, any I want to call it, based on multiple requests. Many people has been coming to me and asking me on how they want to go into logistic business, especially in UK. How can they be moving their item from Nigeria to UK? So I said, okay, let me just do a crash course. But this that I'm doing is not a replacement for a normal logistic and supply chain training. It's not a replacement. So this is just a crash course to get you going, or that you can start with while you are also undergoing a proper training on logistic and transportation, or logistic and transportation management, but this is a crash course to get you going while you are doing a proper training on logistic and transportation management. So now I will call this particular section cargo consolidation process from Nigeria to UK. Cargo consolidation process from Nigeria to UK. What are the processes when you want to engage yourself in the cargo consolidation businesses, most especially from Nigerian route to UK? So one, before you can start, you have to be a registered company in UK, and you have to be a registered company in Nigeria. You have to be a registered company in UK, and you have to be a registered company in Nigeria. So we all know the process of Nigeria business registration processes. And in the other end too, you have to be registered as a business owner. So while you've done that, the next thing you have to do is you have to source for cargo. Cargo will not come from heaven. You have to be the one to go all out to go and source for it. You have to source for your cargo. And after sourcing for the cargo, you have to have a warehouse where you keep all those cargo while sourcing for it, because you can't just get 2 or 3 cargo and say you want to go and process. You'll be charging yourself, because you have to source for as many as possible. And while sourcing, you are keeping them somewhere, which the warehousing comes in place. So after then, after the sourcing of cargo, you have to do what we call documentation. Documentation here in Nigeria comprises of the government agency checking of your item, collecting the necessary documents and all that. And we know how many government we have. We have the custom, we have the NDLEA, we have the many of them in Nigeria. So you have to do documentation. That documentation also comes with a fee. There are some professionals that are good in that documentation here in Nigeria. So what many people does is that, okay, we just contract that aspect of the process to those professionals, that documentation. And it also comes with a fee. I'm not going to mention the amount here, because I intend posting this on my page for many people that want to benefit from it. So the next step is documentation. Then after then, when documentation has been achieved, you now start with airline process. Airline process, giving it to an airline. Every airline that goes to UK from Nigeria has a different rate. So if you are into this for profitability, you have to look for the one that has the best rate. And many of these airlines also have some items, some restricted items. Why some people take liquid, some people does not take liquid. So many so many do's and don'ts based on each airline requisite. So after you have given it to an airline, then the item will be airlifted from Nigeria to UK. Once the item gets to UK, then the processes from the other side, that's where it commences. The item gets to UK, and you have to start with the custom clearing processes in UK. Custom clearing processes in UK. There are also some people, based on my experience on the job, that does this for you. You don't need to be going to airport to go, and there are people that are there, UK people that are there that does clearing in UK. Once the clearing is achieved, you do your third leg delivery. That's the doorstep delivery. Doorstep delivery can be, you can make use of the government postal service that is there. That's talking about Royal Mail, talk about Parcel Force. Those are the national postal service. That's the government postal service that is there. But in my experience, people tend to make use of the private postal service in terms of DPD, Every, DHL, FedEx, and all that. So they make use of that. Once the custom clearing is done, the item is picked up, or based on arrangement, the person that does the custom clearing bring the item to your warehouse. Then after then, the local postal service there, once you already have a contract with them, they come to pick those items up and initiate a doorstep delivery. They come to pick the item up and initiate the doorstep delivery. So that's just the process. It's not that, but so many, it's like a breakdown, like a crash course, but there are so many gimmicks and all that in between these processes. And the reason why people go more for